Hi everyone, I'm Jodi. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a fun video. I guess if I was to say welcome to a boring video, so why would I even say that? I guess because I'm really excited about this video because we are not only going to try a makeup hack that I learned about 6 days ago. It was posted by none other than Nikol Johnson. If you have not checked out her channel, I will link it down below. If you are here from her channel, please say hello to us. We're happy to have you. She has over 800,000 subscribers, and her videos, when she posts, get a lot of views right off the bat. That just goes to tell you how much people love and trust her commentary, her content, and her makeup advice. She is a professional makeup artist, so I do go on from time to time and learn what I can from her and share those videos with you guys. While we're talking about number of subscribers, I have to pause here and just ask that if you have watched my videos and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. I don't normally say that. I normally just put the little tag across the bottom. Just a nice gentle reminder that if you have not subscribed, to subscribe. But then I came to realize that people don't understand the importance perhaps of subscribing. So if you watch channels and you hear people say, please subscribe, please leave me a comment, those things matter because they tell the algorithm within YouTube that people either like the videos, they like the channel, or if there's not a lot of comments, not a lot of likes, or not a lot of subscribers, or not a lot of views when a video first comes out, that signals to the YouTube algorithm that it's not a good video, it's not informative, people aren't interested in it, and they don't push that video out in front of other people that might have a similar interest or want to see that type of content. So while those things may not be that important, or they may not seem that important to you, they're really important to those of us on this end of the camera that are creating content and are doing this full-time, trying to make a living doing this. So thank you for that. All right, let's get into this video about a hack that she talks about for mature eyes, whether you have hooded eyes, droopy eyes, deep set eyes like mine. This hack, when you first watch it, you'll be like, oh, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal. We've all thought of that, seen that, heard it, tried it. While we go into this video and talk about Nikol's eye hack and we do it together, we're also gonna talk a little bit about the Golden Bachelor. Now, if you've watched it, leave me your comments down below. Let me know who you think is gonna win this thing. First of all, I didn't think I was gonna watch it at first. Well, let's just get into the intro and then let's get into all that. I'll meet you on the other side. So much going on this week, I forgot to put on my earrings as I was getting ready for this video, so please forgive me. But we have a lot going on this week, and as you can tell, I'm really excited. Wednesday is a live stream with Julie Makel, who is also a professional hairstylist. I'll be taking your guys' questions live. Julie will also be streaming it on her channel, so she will have her subscribers, I'll have my subscribers, so it'll be a big party of Julie and I's teams, and we're really excited to bring you guys along with us. And Friday is the beginning of the Sephora sale, which is 20% off for Rouge members. It's also 30% off for the entire Sephora collection, and that's for everyone, but again, that's just the Sephora collection, and that also starts on Friday. So Friday's video, I'm gonna share with you guys my holy grails from each category of the ones that are available at Sephora so that you can take advantage of this sale if it's a holy grail that you're looking for in your overall collection. If you've got some parts missing to what you're wanting to look at is your holy grail for everything, this is the best time of year to take advantage of those sales. I really thought about how to use this sale effectively and not just throw a bunch of products at you that I think you're gonna wanna use. I just don't like when you see a bunch of content being pushed out right before the sale of products that you've never seen the YouTuber use before, and you're like, how long did you love that product, or did you love that product just because it's on sale and you have an affiliate link? You know the whole deal. I am going to share with you guys my holy grail. That way you see it all, and typically when you see a holy grail, you would decide if you want to purchase it or not. Now, if you decide you want to purchase it, it should be at a discounted price through the Sephora sale. So to me, that is a benefit, a win-win for you. So I'll bring that to you on Friday. In this video by Nikol, she titled it The Sneaky Eyeliner Trick for Mature Women. Now, Nikol is a professional makeup artist. She spent years doing other women's face and on all age groups. And this was something that she felt was always missing when she would go to do more mature women's makeup. Now, I won't share with you the whole video because it's 16 minutes in length. First 6 minutes of the video, Nikol talks about how she applies her makeup, which is eyes first, and then she'll go into the face part later on. So up to the first 6 minutes, it's just her eyes, and she uses a little bit of eyeshadow to just do a little bit of an eyeliner from the center of her eye out with a little bit of wing, and then she'll just clean it up a little bit. Then she curls her lashes, and that's where we pick up the video. Now, when I first did this, I made a mistake, and I'm gonna walk you through what mistake I made after we see what she has to say about the trick and the hack. Now, about this hack. Now, it's important to keep in mind that at first when you watch this, you go, well, I've seen that before. I've heard of that one. I've tried it. But it's one of those things that if you get in the habit of incorporating it into your daily routine and doing it in such a way that it doesn't look intentional, the outcome is dramatically different, and dare I say, a better look overall. And that's what I wanted to walk through with you guys today, because again, I want you to avoid the mistake that I made, and let's see what she does, and then I'll walk you through my mistake.
So now what I would see when I would be on location doing makeup on mature women is that some of the ladies' eyes would have, you would see that inner line, right? Their eyelid or their actual lash line, the tight line underneath here, you would see, and it would be like this real like prominent flesh color. You have all this beautiful darkness on the eye for the eyeliner, using the shadow, but it would be really highlighted, having that underneath, that just kind of like that nude color underneath the lashes. What I always would do, and it made a dramatic difference. But what you can do is, if you do see this prominent when you do your liner and it's kind of not giving you that full look, I want to melt the eyeliner or the shadow with what I see underneath here. So I would always color. I would literally just take it like this, color that tight line above here. Depends on what kind of shadow you have. Black you might use as an eyeliner, charcoal, navy, depending on what you're doing. But I would always take this liner and I would color all of this. I did not want to see any of that light color of the tight line. And you would see the eye just completely come together.
So the whole idea is to make your eye look more bold and dramatic without looking like you've applied a lot of makeup. It's really to make the root of your lashes look as though they did way back when, several decades ago, when they were thicker and you had that dark natural line right at your lashes. So of course we've all tight lined before, but what she is saying is just when you finish that look, if you've got a significant amount of gap between your lashes and your eye, I guess that'd be part of your eyelid, that under part, that can really take away from your overall symmetrical look of the eye, which makes total sense. It's similar to the aging look or the process of aging that we get when our hair gets more thin across the top of our head. And you know, you feel a little bit more older looking when you start to see the hair separate and you see more scalp coming through. It just has the appearance of thinner hair, which equals an aging process. So if you're self-conscious of this part of your hair getting more thin and more of your scalp showing, it's the same thing as this part under your eye being more prominent as we age, because your lashes are thinning, and so you're just going to get some more of that gap or that skin, that bare skin underneath those lashes. So when I thought about it from that perspective, I'm like, that makes so much sense. But here's the thing to avoid, you guys. You really have to be careful with the color that you choose. If you have darker skin and you usually wear a black eyeliner, then you could absolutely go to a black. If you're gonna go with a little bit less than a black, like maybe a dark gray or a dark brown, you really wanna make sure that that darker color is to the neutral or cool side. And here's what I mean by that. Now, I did most things right. You wanna use a waterproof eye crayon, and this one is by Hourglass, it's from their Voyeur line, and this is in the color Chestnut. I thought I was doing everything right because it's a dark brown, it's not a black, which I will probably do a black from time to time depending on the overall look that I'm going for, but this was a dark brown. However, the challenge with this one, it is a warm to neutral brown. When I put this underneath my eye in the waterline, it made my eyes almost instantly look borderline bloodshot. See what this eye looks like now. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it probably looks like I'm tired, but it doesn't look bad. Wait till I apply this color. if you have green eyes, hazel eyes, and blue eyes, the red pigments in this type of a color is really gonna pull through. And you can see just how borderline red or aged or bloodshot or tired that eye looks. Now comparing that to something like Deep Cocoa from House Labs, you get a sense of the two different depths of brown in that color. You wanna make sure that your pencil is fairly sharp, but that it's not completely pointed, because you're gonna really, you don't wanna stab yourself. And with this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. And it gives the appearance of a more youthful eye. Again, tightlining is really nothing new, but the reason for doing it as we age becomes different. Before, we used to tightline to have a deeper, dramatic look. As we age and our eyelashes start to thin out, we want a tightline to give that youthful appearance back to the base of our lashes, because we're losing lashes, and so therefore we don't have as many lashes coming out of our skin. So there's a very different reason why you want a tightline. Even if you don't wear eyeshadow, if you don't wear eye makeup, but you like mascara and you don't like an eyeliner look, you still want to think about picking up a darker color eyeliner, darker meaning just a little bit darker than your lashes, and just going right above tightlining with a waterproof gel liner right underneath that lash line, and ensuring that there's no skin colored gap between your lashes and your eyeball. That gives you a more youthful appearance. And once I looked at it that way, I'm like, of course, that makes complete sense. I go back to the thinness of the hair on the top of your head. That would make sense to do that. So I love doing this. I just, again, would really recommend that you don't do it with the wrong color, or you will get the wrong result. So check the eyeliners that you have and then go add a little bit of that eyeliner. So thanks, Nikol, for another great tip. A really good reminder for those of us that are not fighting the aging process. I'm not trying to go against the aging process. I just want to ride it out as smoothly as possible. While we're talking about riding out the aging process, let's just get into the Golden Bachelor for a second, you guys, because I saw it advertised a couple times and I wasn't sure if I was even going to watch it, because I'm not a big fan of The Bachelor to begin with. But I thought, I want to help support a show that is promoting putting women of an older age bracket on a mainstream TV. So for that, I applaud ABC, the owners of ABC, which is Disney, for doing that. I think it's fantastic. And then when you learn the story behind Gary, who's the Bachelor, and he lost his wife of 43 years, that's a story that you can support. Then you get to meet the women. And at first I was like, do I want to see a bunch of women in their 50s and 60s and 70s kissing somebody on TV? I don't know. I kept thinking about their kids and their grandkids, but they don't show a whole lot. I mean, they show kissing. So then I'm like, all right, Jodi, get over it. Like, people kiss. It's not a big deal. But then I started to learn more about these women, and I'm like, good for you. I have loved it. And I've got a couple of front runners that I think, I mean, a lot of these women, if they live closer, I would want to be friends with them. They're outgoing. They have a lot of energy. They're fun. They are not catty. I've seen a few Bachelors in my day. It's not anything I watch anymore, but I've seen it. And it's beautiful to see the support that these women have for one another compared to Bachelor of earlier ages. It's very supportive, it's very kind-hearted, and these women are phenomenal. I love the fact that they're doing things that the women and the Bachelor enjoy doing at this stage of life. It shows that we all just don't sit in a rocking chair and knit stockings at a certain point in life. Yes, if you want to do some knitting, that's totally fine. I have no judgment here. But that's not all that is associated with a certain age bracket. At 50, 60, 70, people are still out riding four-wheelers and horseback riding. So many fun activities that they're playing pickleball in teams. I mean, and you guys, if you have not seen it, one of the episodes that I had to laugh the most was they had a game of Never Have I Ever. Now, if you have not seen it, I think it was episode 4, and they played Never Have I Ever. Now, if you've never played, and I know many of you have probably played this, good for you if it's been recent, that's awesome. But Never Have I Ever is typically played with alcoholic beverages. The way the game goes, somebody will say, never have I ever blank, blank, blank. And if you have done that, then you take a shot, which can be really fun by about the third or fourth question, especially in a game, in a group of friends where you're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea you had done that, whatever that is. In this episode, which was so quintessential maturing ages, they played Never Have I Ever with tubs of ice cream. Now, I and my friends and I, we could get down with that. That is the mature version of Never Have I Ever. However, the statements that they were saying mirrored what you would have said in your 20s when you were taking a shot. So the Never Have I Evers were just as, dare I say, risque as I think some of us have played back in the day. But to do it with ice cream, I was cracking up. I was like, that is, yes, that's me at this age. I'll play along, but I don't need a shot because I know what tomorrow is gonna feel like. But today, you give me some ice cream, I'm playing Never Have I Ever with you all day long. And in the serious side of this show, to hear many of the women say they never thought that they would feel love like this again. At first it was sad to me because I am very blessed. I have a wonderful husband. I'm very fortunate that way, but we never know what's going to happen in the future. And I would imagine it probably does feel scary at any point of your life to be without someone if that's what you desire. But to think that because you're of a certain age, that you're no longer important, or you're no longer lovable, or you're no longer worthy of love, or you're invisible and no one's going to see you for all the qualities that you have because you've progressed in life, seems so sad to me. That's one of the reasons I really started to love this show, because I'm like, yeah, you don't know that you're going to feel that way until you're in that stage of life. And so for these women to be brave enough to vocalize that that's how they feel, and to have the seemingly wonderful man recognize their qualities beyond what the skin looks like at this age. Because look, the skin is saggy. The skin is not tight. The muscles on the arms, not tight. None of it's tight. But to see past all that and to hear their stories, and for him to recognize that they're amazing mothers and grandmothers. One lady rode up on a motorcycle. Like, life is still active. And so I love the show because it is breaking the stigma of what people seem to think happens as we age. So yes, hormones change and all that other stuff, but the energy and the vitality and the love for life and the love for love is all that, those things don't go away. So thank you to the Golden Bachelor for bringing this forward. It's been a lot of fun. It is sad when the poor guy has to send someone home. Let me know in the comments if you guys are watching this. There's a few girls in there that I'm really rooting for, and I hope after they don't get a rose and they go home that the exposure from the show brings them some person into their life that makes them super happy, feels complete, gets the love that they're looking for. Not that I think any person needs a person to feel complete. Believe me, I know women are strong, and a lot of women love being by themselves as they get older. But if it is love that they truly desire, I hope the exposure on the show helps them get that and helps them meet somebody. A couple of my early favorites are Leslie. I really like her. She's the fitness model. So I think she's just fun. She seems very easygoing. She's been a single mom for like 23 years, I think she said. Really like her. I also like Sandra. I like Sandra because she is without a filter. But anything that she says unfiltered, she comes from a kind place. Her intentions are always rooted in, I think, kindness, it seems like. So she seems really fun. Somebody, again, I would love to be friends with. Faith, I think, also have a good shot at it. I know it's only gonna be one, and there are cuts every week, so I don't know who's gonna make it to the end, but I'm pulling for Sandra or Leslie. Let me know in the comments if you guys are watching it, who you're pulling for. And then let me know, you know, the last episode where they do the whole, sometimes they're proposed to, sometimes they're not, you never really know. If there's a proposal, I'm positive a makeup artist comes and does the makeup for the winner, the girl that gets the rose. If there is one of those episodes, and I can't imagine there won't be unless some dramatic scene happens, which I don't know if that's happening or not. But if there is that last show, then maybe I will do a duplicate of that makeup for whoever gets the prize or the ring or whatever. The man is, I guess, the prize in this case. So let me know if you guys want to see that as well, because I'm sure it'll be a beautiful, stunning, gorgeous look. So maybe we'll play around with that as well. All right, lots going on this week. Don't forget about the live stream at noon on Wednesday, noon Eastern time, right here on my channel. You can also check out the live stream. I will put it up as a regular video later that day or on the next day, which would be Thursday. And then Friday's release of my Holy Grail favorites will be earlier in the day so that you have time to add them to your cart. For those of you that are Rouge members and can take advantage of that sale starting on the 27th. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you real soon.